Hey students, it's Mr. Wright again, your favorite science teacher. So this past week we've been starting our chemistry unit and we've been going over physical and chemical changes. So I know I've been talking to you about this web application called Easily that you will be required to create a visual organizer showing your knowledge of physical and chemical changes. So I'm going ahead and get started on this tutorial on how to use Easily so it will make your life easier. So I'm already logged in, don't worry, we'll actually go through all the logins and creating logins in class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and going to get started. The actual first web page that you come to looks exactly like this. But however, I'm just going to go ahead and get click started, which is exactly what you're going to do. And what it comes up with is just a default template, which is kind of like a theme. These are just different templates that you can use. You can also put objects into your Easily, and it's listed by categories. You can change your background color. You can add different shapes. And there's 3 different types of text boxes that you use. One for title, one for header for your name and your date and your class period, and your body, what the actual text is going to be used in your Easily infographic. And you can actually upload images from, I don't know if you went to Google Images or if you had nice interesting images or examples of physical or chemical changes that you can actually upload pictures of it. I'm perfectly okay with that. So to get started, what I want you to do is I want you to click in the bottom right corner, click and drag, just like you would do in Microsoft Word. The commands in Easily are similar to the ones in Microsoft Word, so I want you to highlight and then click backspace to delete everything. Now, to show the similarities and differences of physical and chemical changes, I'm going to use the Venn diagram, which is something that you should be familiar with. So I'm going to create 2 circles. However, just like in Microsoft Word, you can press Control-C to copy, and then you can press Control-V to paste. Now, just like in the beginning when we highlighted and selected, you can make them bigger, which is exactly what we're going to do. You can change the opacity or the transparency, and you see in the middle how it gives you your similarities. This is where your similarity is going to go, right in here. You can actually make one go a little bit closer. Make the similarities bigger. Now, to title it, you go ahead and just click the title. You're going to click and drop right here. And you're going to double click, which brings a text box, which makes it easy to input your information. I'm going to go ahead and title this Physical versus Chemical Changes. And you can change the color, whatever you want. Let's go ahead and make it blue. Now, for your body, you're going to draw your body and make it a different color so you can actually see it. Make it bigger. You can drag a corner to scale it proportionally. And from here, you're going to double click. And what I want you to have in here, so list, I guess, physical on this side. And what I want you to have is describe in own words what a physical change is. And I want you to list as many examples that you have. You can also have pictures in here if you would like. That's actually preferred, actually. And go ahead and go to the other side and create another body. Name it Chemical Change. Describe in own words and examples. Change the color to something different. Make it to where you can, basically I want you to just play around with it. The more you play around with this web application, the better it's going to look. Okay, and in the middle, go ahead and put your similarities. And don't forget your header. You're going to go in the top right corner. You double click, you go ahead and put your name, what class it is, and the date. Okay, now when you're ready to submit it, go ahead and save. Name your visual with your first name and the last letter of the first letter of your last name. Go ahead and save. Takes about 5 seconds to save. Maybe 10 if your connection's a little slow. And then you're going to go to home to leave. And when you go to the back, you will see how it's right here under your visuals. You're going to share and make sure to make it public. When you do this, you're going to download, which is going to save it to your computer. You're going to save file, which will now be on your computer. And this is a tutorial on how to use Easily. If you have any questions, you may email me, or we will also discuss it in class. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.